Hey, kids, it's me. I bet
Super
you thought I
Jib's
was dead.
creepy.
But when I fell, I just broke my neck, got a hemorrhage in my... You don't know that movie? It's a movie line? Hey!
No.
It's Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do know. I do remember
With the
that one.
clown? Whew.
Yes, I remember now.
How's everybody doing? Huh? How you doing?
I am currently recording.
All right, Everett, you are recording. Wow, you are on
I
it.
am recording. I need to take this other one off, so...
I'm just going to go ahead and start mine. Then we're good to go. Look at chat just lighting up like crazy. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is the pre-show, the Loreseekers Live. Who we got in here? We got Radio Matt. What's going on? Alex, hey, good to see you. Your name's Dark Blue. Who are you? Foxfire, hey, good to see you. N7, saw the Prime sub earlier. You're awesome. Let's see who over here. Hrothgar is here. Hey, what's going on? Genshi, Thorol, good to see you. Cass, good to see you. Mac, Garius, Frank, what's going on? Braun Solo, what's up, buddy? Our Death, my man. Cypher, Shin. Tark reset for 12 months in a row, 1 year. Thanks for everything, you crazy dudes.
Check this out. Awesome.
Mr. Warlocks, thanks for the follow. We saw that.
All right, I got to fire this back up again.
Okay. Quick Joe, hey, what's going on? Count, good to see you. Nick, we appreciate your support in social media. We see that. You're awesome. Digital Pack Rat, hey, I know that name. What's going on?
Heavy Metal Death is here. What's up? Yes. What's going on, man? Welcome aboard.
Yeah. We're getting ready to get started here. We want to let everyone file in, Just letting everyone just get settled.
I'm getting good at this. Like before, I had to actually think about where all these podcast recordings go, and now I'm just like, I'm just turning into a pro.
I sent you a text just for you, by the way.
You sent me a text?
It's a pretty important one. I feel like you really need to open it, just to let you know that it's...
An actual text message or a tweet?
An actual text message.
Oh my God, you're tricking trolling me right now. I know the way you worked. You're such a dick. All right, I got to show this on stream because it's kind of funny. You can't really even see it, but I'm gathering my chi. You can't see it at all. And Jibs is literally flipping me off. That's how he rolls. You can't see it. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh.
You see that?
I can't see. Let me look again.
I just texted you a message.
Oh, okay.
It's right there.
There it is. Quick. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you, Master Conic. Hey, what's up, buddy? Shauna, good to see you. Thanks for skipping your workout earlier. I'm assuming that's the Shauna on Twitter. Thanks for coming to watch us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Who else is here? Sean for the Prime. What is it? Sean with the sub. You're awesome. Mage with the follow. Good Lord. I mean, the amount of times Cash flipped off.
We have so many new family members. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we do.
And we love you all. Brothers Tamriel Podcast is here. How are you? Already finished your homework because the show is starting.
It is starting.
Why am I yelling?
I don't know.
Even start.
Feels so aggressive right
yelling
now.
Into the mic.
All right, so everyone, just as a quick FYI, and we'll say this here on the show before we get started, this is a Twitch Tavern episode. So that means while we're doing this is after dark, okay? This one's for the adults. So if you got kids in the room, you need to watch the stream later, we get it. It's fine. We just wanted you to be aware.
Does that mean I can drink?
Yes, you can drink. You can lay out those wonderful words.
Watch this. This is how you adult. You text your daughter to bring you your whiskey glass.
That's hilarious. Hey, Tower for the 500 bits. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thorol, thanks for the tier 1 sub. You're awesome. It's a naughty stream.
Can you bring my whiskey glass?
Wow.
In here. Watch this. This is how you follow up a text message. Hey, kid! Hey, I sent you a text message!
I was finishing The Witcher 3 earlier. My kids were waking up. Had to nope out of the game real quick. Oh, yeah.
This is going to be hilarious. Watch.
Yeah, Dad. Dang it, Dad.
Watch this.
Dad.
Come here in a second. I freaking love my kid, dude. She's so rad.
Dad.
We'll introduce her on stream. She's got new hair. Hey, hurry up! Let's watch. Your mom. Say hi to stream.
Hi! Get out!
I love my kid. She's rad. Okay. I
Oh,
think this is
Okay, I preheated the oven.
okay.
Um,
You're telling the entire stream this,
that's
so
okay. You guys can know I'm baking.
she's baking.
she baking those bacon
And
cookies.
I'm still doing stuff right now, so is that okay? Like I'm still mixing.
Love you.
Have fun.
Okay. Talk to you
Happy
soon.
podcast.
Thanks for my whiskey glass. I love that
Deuces.
kid.
Fun fact: I've known his daughter since she was a youngling. I feel old.
That's because you are.
That's because I am podcasting
this
with
is
you.
gonna be so effing after dark. It's crazy. I should finish up my coffee.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for you. All right. I think we got enough people in here. You guys ready? Let me see in chat. Are you ready for Loreseekers Live? Let me see. Let me see your goats. I want to see it all. Huh?
Oh, are we goating up?
I want to see goats. Let me see the goats. What do you got? I'll start after I see some goats.
Heavy pour.
It's totally up to you now at this point. You're not ready. You're yes, no, you know, no. There's a little hype. A little hype. There's a little hype.
Oh, Ammunition Kitten, thank you. Yes, my daughter absolutely loves the blue. My wife did it, and she wore that to
There's the goats.
Disney my kid for her winter formal. She was super cute. She had like this little black dress on with her docks. It's like, I love you. You're definitely the kid. My little buddy.
She's a good one.
She is.
All right, there's the goats, followed by Bob Ross. Everyone needs a friend, at least one. All right, here we go. You are recording.
Still recording. Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Me too. Here we go. 3. Remember how we used to start the old shows way back in these?
3s, 2s, and 1s.
3s, 2s, and 1s.
Multiples.
Multiples. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Hey, everybody. Jibs here from the show. Just wanted to pop in here real quick. Yeah. This is a Twitch Tavern episode. You know what that means? It's After Dark, baby. So look, you got little younglings in the room. You may want to put some headphones on or put some ear muffs on them, whatever works for you. But either way, this one's for the adults. So,
Hide your kids, hide your baby, hide your daughter, hide your sister.
this is my life.
Last week on Loreseekers, I was super impressed by like that whole production from the behind the scenes a little bit. Was really a neat experience for me. I'm so honored to have been part of that. So a big giant thank you to all you guys, and we hope to see more.
You should have that connection because that connection to that character, and it starts with the race you choose, is what's going to keep you coming back.
Did I say that out loud? Sometimes the thoughts just roll off my tongue.
You know, I think we need to have a conversation for a second.
Really?
Go Red. From the depths of the darkest caverns to the peaks of the highest mountaintops. Join two friends as they explore Tamriel and share their tales one pint at a time. This is the Loreseekers Podcast. We're at the Twitch Tavern, yeah. Are you a mute?
No.
Are you a mute now? Oh, there you are.
No, I'm just letting you finish your little jingle that you like to start with. To
Well,
creep
it
everybody
just,
out.
it's just, let's get the creepy out of the way. And then everyone's here. It's like bang, bang, boom. You know what I mean,
We're
G?
gonna get the coffee.
Good
out
to
of
see
the
you,
way.
boys. What can I get you?
That sounds good. I wrote this down because I don't know what this is. I'm assuming you know. Cash made this for me. This is I needs to PvP more grog. You're shaking your head. Okay. All right. What do you got?
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. I'm gonna have the Emperor's Ale, please.
Emperor's
Coming right up.
Ale. Oh. What's the Emperor's Ale for? Huh?
Oh, I should say, can I have the former Emperor's Ale? Because there is news afoot. Hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah,
Not as cute as your son, but Cash has been crowned Emperor of Cyrodiil. Thank you very much. Round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was
Yes.
good. Congratulations,
Dude.
buddy.
Thanks, man. We've had a week now. I cannot claim credits. The only credit that I can claim is the endless freaking hours that I put into Cyrodiil during Mid-Year Mayhem this year,
Yeah.
and it's only like halfway over.
Uh-huh.
So I'm absolutely 100% giving all the credit to our people in Loreseekers,
Yeah.
including our PvP leads, who are absolutely amazing and have taught me so much about Cyrodiil
Absolutely.
in the past 4 days. 4 days?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
4 days. So, as fate would have it, I knocked on wood
Uh-huh.
because I got home from a cycle at work, traveling through airports, going to Vegas, burning the candle at both ends, and I didn't get sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get home, I go to work, I'm at work for 1 day,
Yeah.
and something absolutely just smacked me in the forehead. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a patient we treated. Something happened, but I
Yeah.
got super freaking sick. So
Oh.
went
Got
home.
the clap.
I don't think it wasn't that kind of sick.
Oh, okay.
This was more like a nasally type of sick, like up in the upper regions, not in the down under regions.
Oh yeah, told in the hat and flu.
Yes. So thank you for telling everybody that I have VD. I didn't.
You have the coronas?
And no, I had a hat and flu for sure. But anyway,
Yeah.
super long story short,
Yeah.
I ended up in bed for 3 straight days and I did nothing but Cyrodiil for probably
I
at
literally
at least 12 hours a day. Dude,
I
it was
literally
terrible.
felt like I lost a friend for 3 days.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It was
where you
pretty
went.
awesome. It was pretty awesome. So anyway, I slowly started to feel better. I think it's because of PvP-ness. I think it truly made me feel better.
I understand.
And I think by the second day, I had checked the leaderboards because we'd already emped 2 people in Loreseekers.
Yeah.
We'd already emped 2.
Yeah.
And Loreseekers, I have to tell this story. It's going to take a minute.
All right, do your
So,
thing. I mean,
Take
like
your feet up, bruh.
we have nothing but time. Let me grab a drink. Bye, mate. Go ahead.
Okay, so I checked the leaderboards, I think, like on day 2, and I had no idea. Like, I was like, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy crap, I'm on the leaderboards.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did that happen? I'm like, well, probably because I've been playing for 24 hours. That might have been a reason. So we slowly started to watch. I was learning a ton of stuff. We were like keep after keep, and it was Adele, our death, Grim Fate in our guild, PCNA, absolutely just crushing it. We had some other great people in there. I think Quick Joe was in there because he got emped, and Lanth was in there because he got emped, and they were helping us lead, and just other people here and there. I'm learning so much. People who don't normally PvP are coming in. Every night we had at least 25-person group just stocked full of people running around, making a name for Loreseekers.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell you how proud I am of our family on
Yes.
PCNA.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was insane. The teamwork, like people rallying the call, like, hey, we're getting ready to emp somebody, and just people just flooded in. No problem. Hey, how do we get into Cyrodiil? No problem. We'll tell you how. And people learning all kinds of stuff. We had a lot of converts, including myself, who is now freaking fully in love with PvP. We pissed off Fang Rush. That was the thing. It was I have to preface it with this. This is a small story to tell about Fang Rush. If you guys don't know who Fang Rush is, he is probably the #1 PvPer in this game, period. He's awesome. He's amazing. And he's a shit talker, which I have no problem with it. It was the funniest stuff just to hear him talking shit, dude. And he was very gracious. He was very cool about it. I popped into his stream chat and I left him a message, and he was super cool. But I think what he didn't realize is that Loreseekers really don't want to straight up fight with him because we know exactly what's going to happen.
No.
No, it's like, yeah. So we mostly started as a PvE guild with some little dabbling in PvP. Well, now we're kind of getting into PvP and really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But we're still not at the level to where like all of our folks can put up a straight fight with him and his freaking orc invasion. Like that is not going to happen.
Yeah.
He's super freaking skilled, and so are all the people that he runs with. So yeah, we wanted no part of that. I think we got steamrolled a couple times, and then we figured it out real quick that we just need to kind of start to outthink the things. So we started hitting keeps, and then as soon as the stream was up, we knew where he was going, so we'd just hit a keep, poof, and just disappear. I think he was getting pissed, so we stopped kind of messing with him because it wasn't really fair to do that. And he's right, like you should straight up fight, but we were like, yeah, we don't want any party.
I don't wanna. I don't
So
wanna.
it was kind of cool, but just to have that interaction with the
Yeah.
top PvPer was pretty cool. And then we ran into Christopher ESO,
Yeah.
who I've recently discovered because we
Fan
have a
of
lot
his.
of fans of
Yeah.
him in Loreseekers.
I like his
And
videos.
very, very cool dude. And I think we caught him out in the open once and we zerged him, and then after that it was just like, okay, salute, we're just gonna leave you alone and leave.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool. It's been really neat to watch our lore seekers learn PvP, really enjoy Cyrodiil, and go from and just watching our folks, like if we do something good, we kill somebody or something, our people are saluting them.
Yeah. We have
There's
code.
no
We have a
teabagging
code.
going on.
No.
There's no shit talking going
None
on.
of that. Nope.
It's teamwork.
Yep.
And just good attitudes, and you can see our good attitudes in zone chat and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm just really proud. I'm so proud. So we're on 4 imps this week.
Yeah.
Quick Joe, Lanth, Max this morning, and
Max,
myself yesterday. And I think we're gonna continue to try and get some more people amped.
Did you say
it's a
Grim?
neat experience for
You
us.
forget Grim? Is that
When
5?
I don't think Grim emped.
I thought
I
he
think
emped.
he was gonna wait.
Oh, well, who
Yeah.
am I thinking of? Okay, never mind.
Maybe I missed it. But hey, Slash Lurks here. What's up, man? How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey.
Okay, so Grim did emp. So then that's 5. We've emped 5
Yeah.
this week, which is freaking insane for us.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I'm
Look,
so
just
proud.
like this is totally like lit a spark because yeah, like and it just like how we handle ourselves in PvE, it's the same thing for PvP and Loreseekers. Like our PvP leads are amazing, and we kind of we have this the way they run it. You don't teabag, you salute, you show respect. GG, you keep moving on, you kind of thing. As leaders, Cash and I can just sit back and listen and watch, and they handle the groups perfectly. Like, okay, we're moving. They're calling things out. It's so extremely enjoyable that and Cash has kind of lit my fire with this as well, especially with I think we got a question on this later with the Twitch Tavern, but the experiment they're running right now with the queues for Battlegrounds. I tell you what, this whole event has got me excited for Cyrodiil in a way I never thought ever. Like I'm a Battleground guy, I really am. Like that's when it comes to PvP.
Right.
But this has totally opened my eyes, and it's when I first started, I was really hesitant. I'm like, I really don't like this. I'm just not. This just is, But the more and more I did it, and then last night you and I were in with the PvP leads, and we were talking about how big the group was in Discord, and
Yeah.
it was the biggest fight I have ever seen and ever been a part of in Elder Scrolls Online. It was crazy huge.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun that I find myself now, fast forward, I'm like, I want to be a part of this more. So as far as Zero is concerned, I'm making a new tune. I know you and I we're working through that right now.
Yep.
But
Not even a new tune. I'm repurposing a tune, which I don't normally
tunes.
do.
Yeah, same.
It's something that I discovered yesterday is that I've always wanted a tune to do everything. And like my Magicka Warden, I'm so in love with my little Bosmer Magicka Warden. He's hitting hard. He's keeping up. I just, switch skills, switch gear, and then boom, right into PvP. I didn't even change my champion points.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And he was viable in PvP. I'm like, okay, this is great. Now, this is a Bosmer Magicka tune, people.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked about this before. Play what you want to play. This little dude is shifty. He's all over the place. He's dodge rolling, and I'm loving him because he's got the little stamina boost. No problem with Magicka recovery or anything. So what I did figure out is that I can still optimize him a little bit more. Like, but why am I going to do that? Because he's my PvE tune. So I'm going to try something else, which I've never tried before. 100% dedicated PvP tune. So that's what I think Jibs and I are both going to work on, just to see the differences with when your CP's right, when you have that tune just completely decked out, where you don't have to switch everything. And I know you can get add-ons and stuff that you can switch stuff on the fly, but why do that when I can just log right in and that dude's already rocking?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of convenience, really. Like,
Right.
because yeah, you're right. You can swap stuff out. I just don't want to pay for the swaps, and I was like, just have our own dedicated tunes.
Right.
So
Exactly.
And then you can really, the fun thing about that is, again, yeah, you can log right in and play, but then you know where the characters are before you log in. So like this guy is purposely for this, we've now got, and I'll just kind of jump right into this. We got another experimental build. It's live over at loreseekerspodcast.com, made by a community member, our Death and PvP lead. It's fantastic if you are into wardens. So anyway, it's kind of like this.
Right.
Like, like if we were looking at both those characters, so we've got the bowman build for the Nightblade and then the warden build, which is called the Hunter. It's like you have both of those sitting there on your roster, and you know exactly what they're for, how to use them, and you can just log in and go.
Right.
Like that's I like that. I agree with you. I think it's fantastic. So
Zero has been we don't get me wrong, we've been in Zero before. But now like we really dove into Zero this week and really learned a ton. So I think what happened
yeah.
is that I fell in love with everything start to finish. So I fell in love with the questing system in there. I fell in love with the area alone. It's massive, it's beautiful. I haven't seen it all, but let me tell you one thing. Like you go from sieging castles, sieging keeps, and doing it in a coordinated effort with everybody. It's super fun. Well, then at night, like when everybody logs off, most people go to bed, maybe you have like only 5 or 6 people left. That's when we like went complete like Navy SEAL shit. And now we were so deep behind enemy lines. I saw parts of northern Cyrodiil that I've never seen before. We went into some delves up there that we've never been able to reach just because we freaking snuck all the way up there.
Yeah.
And we went so far up there. I think we took Bruma.
Oh, see, that's cool because I've never seen
It was
that.
awesome. We were like way up top. There was so much red and blue all over the place. And there's this one little yellow dot right up at the top. We're like, we need to get out of here. But it was just so much fun because there's so many different ways that you can play Cyrodiil. That, I mean, if you get somebody who kind of knows what they're doing, you can do so much like clandestine behind the scenes, behind enemy lines crap too. It's so fun. And then when everybody logged off and when I was trying to farm AP,
Yeah.
our PvP leads were telling me, hey, here's how you do it if you want to keep playing Cyrodiil. And I just literally went and every single keep we owned, and I just repaired every wall and door and made a ton of freaking AP doing that.
Oh yeah, it's easy right now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely easy.
So by the time it was time for my imp push, yesterday morning, I was probably 700,000 ahead of the next person in line. So, I'm telling you, man, it was a mind-blowing experience, truly diving into Cyrodiil. There are people out there that can show you how to do it, and don't be afraid of it. Just go jump in. There's a lot less toxicity in there than you'd think. There is toxicity in there, I will say that, but there's a lot less than you think. There's a lot more teamwork going on than you would probably imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, absolutely, it's a great fun week. PvP, it's going around. So, are you ready? It's that time.
I am.
Okay. Trying to think of a movie line. It's not coming to me. Anyway, all right. So anyway, welcome everybody. This is the Loreseekers podcast, where we chitty chat about the Elder Scrolls Online. We are your hosts. I'm Jibs, joined by my good buddy Cash.
That's former Emperor Cash. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Former Emperor.
Yeah, let's get that right.
Okay. Well, noted.
Thank you.
Bend the knee. This is Volume 6, Number 9. And this is our Twitch Tavern episode. So, something special. We do this every once in a while. And this is kind of nice. Last week we were coming off a loaded episode with, there was a lot of new people coming to Loreseekers with that last episode. So, welcome to all of you. And, last week on the show, we answered your fan mail. We talked about Cash's time in Vegas. We talked the year-long story of Dark Heart of Skyrim. We talked Greymore, vampires, new systems, lore lesson on the vampires of Skyrim, and so much more. It was a huge episode for us.
That was a fat show, dude.
That was a
It
fatty.
was a well-fed show.
That was a thick with 2 C's. That's what that was.
Yeah.
This week on the show, like I said, Twitch Tavern. So we're answering your questions. It's all about you. We put it out to you, letting you know that we were going to be having this episode, and you didn't disappoint with the questions. We're also doing a lore lesson on Pelin White Strike.
The Divine Crusader. It's actually,
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about this one. I'm excited about every single one, but this one was pretty cool too. I learned a lot.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I actually don't know too much about him, so I'm looking forward to just kind of sitting back and.
He's a freaking badass.
So I hear.
So there's that.
So I hear. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I will impart the knowledge upon you in a little while, I promise.
I so swear. Oh, thank you. Before we get started, our newsletter starts next week. For all of you who want to get caught up on Loreseekers on a monthly basis, we're going to be sending out our monthly newsletter, get you caught up on all the stuff happening with Loreseekers the previous month, and a little lore and a little something special in there for the community. So there is that.
I've been looking for you.
Hi.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
I don't even want you to stay here anymore. Just go. Yeah, just go. I've asked you too many times.
He's still wearing heels.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Good on him.
Power to him.
Own it.
Own it. Yeah, you do you, man.
That's right.
Live your life, the best you. Yeah. All right. So anyway, instead of having news, we thought the mail carrier, we'd summon him and just bring all the lump sum of everything that you guys brought us. And so first up, we're just gonna open this right up. All right. This is the Twitch Tavern. We're talking your questions, all about Elder Scrolls Online or the show. And but before we get started, for all you who are here, if you want to get something for free on us, you can. We're all about giving you free stuff, and we can do that through Audible. So if the show's done, what do? Well, you can go get a free Audible book, all right, on us. audibletrial.com/Loreseekers. You sign up for the free 30-day free trial. Keep it going, cancel. Either way, get a free book plus 2 Audible originals on us, 100% free. And I love Audible. I've been listening to it. Cash listens to it. It's a good time. So, all right? Yeah. Now, before we get started, there was something here I wanted to play for Cash. This came in our emails, and I just, it's not a question or anything. It's just, it was just really cool. So let's take a listen.
Is it going to make me cry?
My name's Brendan.
Hope not.
My nephew, you probably know him as Titus. He just loves y'all's show, and I just want to say we used to take the laptop and to the hospital and go on YouTube and play your little show, and man, he just loved it. Y'all should have seen the smile that went across his face, and I just want to thank y'all for everything you do. And we couldn't do much for him, but that right there just made the day. And I'm sure he probably already called y'all or messaged y'all. I don't know, but I just wanted to say thank you and bless y'all. And I'm gonna try and get me some of them shirts for the boy. And I just want to say thank y'all. Anyway, have a blessed day.
So we got that in the mail.
Wow.
My wife and I were at Books A Million, and I saw this come across my phone, and I started tearing up because I'm like, what just happened? I didn't know if we had a listener pass away in the hospital. I didn't know, exactly what had went down, and I was rocked. My wife was looking at stuff, and I was just sitting there. Immediately, I call you. I'm like, dude, I'm almost in tears. We need to talk. Like this just happened.
So we had to figure out who it was, and then we listened to it again, and then we heard it was Titus, and then I was freaked.
Yeah,
I was freaked because we know Titus. We to actually cat's out of the bag. Titus is in chat right now, so he's fine.
So he's fine.
But oh my god, yeah, I was freaking out like pretty quick.
Yeah.
Once we got that, but Jibs was able to clear things up and make sure Titus was okay. But Titus, we hope you're feeling better, buddy. We know you've been battling some health issues and stuff, but we're glad that what we do can bring a little smile to your day.
Absolutely. So yeah,
Cheers, sir.
everybody. Yeah, I'll drink to that. My drink.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I tear up very easily, my friends.
It's just a
Very
dad
freaking
thing,
easy.
man. I don't, like we're watching these kids' movies, these animated movies. Dude, I tell you what, when Bambi dies now, I don't even want to know what I'm going to do. I'm going to freak out. I don't
Oh, for
care.
God's sake.
I don't care.
F Bambi. It's all the real life stuff that I freaking get. I get totally
You
emotional over
would
real life
cry
stuff.
in Bambi. You would, if we were in a movie theater right now, you would be rubbing your eyes watching Bambi.
Bambi's a bitch. How's that? I'm just kidding. I would totally cry at Bambi. Old Yeller, Bambi.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this tough exterior, but I am jelly on the inside.
Just a big ball of fluff. That's what you are.
Bambi dies. Cast down the chat says, Bambi dies? Yep, he gets blowed up.
That's in
It's a cruel world.
That's in National Lampoon's director's cut. That's what that is.
But deer tastes good. Whoops. Oh my goodness.
So
He had said that.
Oh gosh, it's good stuff. All right, so next up we got Teddy. Teddy's back. Let's take a listen.
Hi, guys. This is Teddy Holthouse again. With the announcement of Gray Moore and the Antiquity system, I got really excited and back into the swing of ESO. I can't wait to play the game later this year in autumn, when I go to university and build my first PC. The Antiquity system really excited me as a prospective archaeology student in university. I'd like your guys' opinions on what other systems you would like to see added to ESO over the years. I'm sure you guys have some pretty nifty ideas. And finally, I have a question for Jibbs. Do you consider yourself to be Midwestern, living in Indiana? From Iowa, it seems to be kind of pushing the limits. I hope you guys are both well. Blood for the pack, and fare thee well.
Oh, lost me right there. Damn it, Teddy.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, so first up, yes, I consider myself Midwest here in Indiana. Good old Indiana.
I thought you just consider yourself redneck.
I consider you a douche, but you know what? You don't see me say
Oh.
it.
Is that only because I live on the left coast?
It's because you live in a state literally falling off the face of the earth.
It truly is, and it's because of
Literally is
everybody's
falling off.
attitudes.
That's true as well. But okay, where do we start? More new systems in the years future that we coming up that we want to see. What's on the wall of Crazy Cash?
So there's a lot on the wall of crazy. I first want to just say hello to Teddy Holthouse, because he's been messaging us for, I think, better part of a year and a half or so.
Yeah, long time.
And maybe from the show start. But so this gentleman works, I believe he works on his family farm. He's working his way to college, and he busts his butt for his family on this farm every day. And I don't think he plays the game. Not yet. So he actually messaged me the other day, yesterday, asking, is it okay if like he pops into our chat and stuff when we're doing Zero or we're running groups? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're part of Loreseekers. Yeah, absolutely. Pop in. And he says, because he wants to learn stuff for when he actually gets to play the game. So I'm like, dude, like that's the kind of people that we get in our community. I mean, this gentleman doesn't even play the game.
Yeah.
But we just, I don't know, just freaking blows my mind. It blows my mind. So anyway, Eddie, thank you. We love your voicemails and your messages and stuff, and thank you very much.
Absolutely.
New systems, wall of crazy. I have one that I'm going to throw out there that's kind of nuts.
Okay.
I would love to see 2 different systems. First one would be an Elder Scrolls card game of some sort.
In game.
In game.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think would be awesome. Now, I guess I don't really know that part of the lore. If there is even a card game that's in Elder Scrolls, I suppose we would have heard of it by now. Something like Gwent or something in The Witcher. That was actually a system within the game that people got like freaking nuts about.
Yeah, made their own.
But I think it'd be really cool to see something like that, some type of a mini game that revolved around like cards where you can play with your buddies or something. Total wall of crazy. I get it. The second one, which might not be so wall of crazy, was something similar to the system that Lord of the Rings Online has, where you can play music with your friends.
Oh yeah, man.
Different instruments that would sync up. Because like right now, if it's usually good. Like if say you're in like some nice cavern or something, you're waiting for a boss to spawn, you're with your buddies. And my thing is I'll pull out the Ezraj because it echoes off the walls and it's amazing. Sounds awesome. But if a second kitty cat pulls out an Ezraj or perhaps a flute and tries to play it,
Yeah.
it literally sounds like a plane and a train are crashing into each other at the same time.
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like. It's like, okay, cut her off. Just one person with the music,
Yeah.
and let's make this enjoyable experience. So, if there were some way to make those things sync up, even if it's just a set number of songs, that would be freaking awesome. I think you would not only have Sleeps on Bridges, but you would have Plays Music on Bridges and all of these other freaking Blue Oyster cults starting to pop up
Yeah.
all over the place, where there'd be people that just, playing music together all over Tamriel. I think would be just the coolest freaking thing. Those are total wall of crazy. They have nothing to do with gameplay. It's just 100% like player experience and maybe even a little bit of RP thrown in there. But just for a couple things, we've already talked about tinkering. We've already talked about, some type of a seafaring system, all that stuff. It's all wall of crazy, but I think those are two new ones that we maybe haven't mentioned that would kind of suit my fancy.
I love both of those. Lord of the Rings Online for me, 2007. That was my first real MMO experience, and that was one of my favorite things. Was people line up, and they would just start playing together, and it was
Right.
This was before they would sync up automatically. So people are feeding off each other and just playing, and we had some of the best of times in Lord of the Rings Online.
We did.
That being said, here's two for me, and I'm not allowing myself to do the tinkerer thing. I'm not, I'm doing new things. All right. Number one, I would like to see some kind of an expanded character sheet for your character. So like another tab that adds that people could see. So like, and this is more speaking to RP. So your background, your biography, your likes, your dislikes, everything about your character, and let people from within the game really engage more in RP. What?
I'm not laughing at you.
What?
I'm laughing at our PvP lead saying that we need war drums.
Oh man, that'd be dope, wouldn't it?
Yes, it'd be freaking awesome.
So anyway, I think an expanded character sheet would be great to kind of support the whole RP side a little bit more. And then two, for me, I'm thinking followers. Like I want non-combat followers that aren't pets. Like we talked about previously. How funny would it be to have freaking Riggert running around with you? Or an NPC that...
Are you going to be able to get some kind of liability insurance if you have Riggert running with you?
I'm pretty sure there is no life insurance that could cover... that has any policy that...
That would cover
pay
Riggert.
for. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that for me, I think a humanoid follower that's not the banker or the merchant. Just kind of expand on that a little bit more. And then expanded character sheets. I think that'd be cool.
That you could customize.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Chat saying
I
capes.
know.
No capes.
No capes. Chat saying they want capes. I could see cloaks.
Yeah. I would
That's actually like
totally wrap around you here. and
that
have
would
the
make my
hood and-
decade.
Man,
That would make my ESO
yeah. Oh,
if
honestly,
we could have
yeah.
cloaks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want something that's obviously been worn. Like you've been traveling, so you've got holes in it. It's got the tattered look. Oh.
Well, see, like I think back to like Dark Age of Camelot and stuff where you could have. It was hard to get a cloak. It was
Yeah.
freaking hard
Yeah.
because I was a new player. Like I was just some dumb shit. I didn't even know how to play the damn game. But all I knew is that I wanted a damn cloak. I'm pretty sure it was Dayak. But anyway, now I imagine like fast forward to now with the visuals that we're living and breathing in ESO.
Yeah.
Absolutely freaking breathtaking. My character looks insane because that's how I want him to look.
Yeah.
And give me an option for a cloak.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Hey, Crits Lambert, are you still here?
Hey, Crits, are you listening?
Could you make that system work? But then again, it's like our
Oh man.
Cloaks have never been ESO.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not. It's not in the cards for us because it's a little bit aside of the style. But then,
Yeah.
you know, you look at Skyrim and there's stuff in there.
True
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Man, you got me thinking about cloaks. All right. So anyway, Teddy, thanks so much for the voicemail. All right, so now we're into our emails here. So Whiteack comes at us with, "Hey, Jibs and Cash, question for you. After listening to the last episode, you mentioned character backstories, and I'd love to hear if you have any for your characters, or if you're starting to plan on any for the new chapter. One unique thing I like about ESO is that the prologue quest is different every time there's a new chapter, and that adds an extra layer of RP. I love that my Bosmer Warden started her adventure in Morrowind, and I can add that in her backstory. I'm excited to see what the Greymore prologue will be for a new character. Thanks for all you do."
I love that Whiteack has a Bosmer Warden.
I love that as well.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe I should answer this question with a lament to my own downfall, because I normally, like, I love to write backstories, and I mean, if you've been listening to the show for any period of time, then you know that we write and we like to do storylines and such. So absolutely 100% yes. But lately I have not been writing, and it sucks because I haven't been doing any storylines for the show either. Does that mean they're over? No. So I guess to answer your question, Whiteack, yes. I do have backstory ideas for my characters. I just have not been writing about them.
You know what? That is perfectly okay. You know why? Because you're allowing yourself to simply enjoy the playtime. And
I've been playing
that's fine.
quite a bit.
That is fine. Yeah. That is.
You know,
that
it's
is
good. And, you know,
A-okay.
we've both had some changes in our life. And
Yeah.
one of the things that we wanted to remain constant through those changes in our life is this show. So we kind of just have to ebb and flow with what's going on in our life and family life and stuff like that. And I just I've chosen to take that extra time that I would normally be writing
Yeah.
and put it into gameplay.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You know, I really don't. In my current, it's funny because, gosh, man, like yin and yang, dude. Like we unknowingly mirror each other in a lot of ways. One of those being like where we're at right now. Like right now, I'm not really doing any development for any backstories. I'm not really even really thinking about it. Most of my time right now, when I'm in game, is thinking about the future of a PvE tune and now PvP tune again. You know, or a new tune. And so, yeah, you know, I wish Whiteack I had a better answer for you, but no, right now not so much. Not so much.
That's interesting, because can you do a backstory for your PvP character? Or would you be considered a lore nerd if you did that?
By who?
Short story, which I thought was freaking hilarious when we were in the middle of pissing off Fang Rush and Cyrodiil the other day.
Yeah.
I think he said something to the effect of, "Why don't you go write that in your story?" After he just smashed it.
That's
my God.
funny.
And it's like, you know, people be like, "Oh, well, he's talking shit and stuff." I was laughing my ass off.
funny.
Like, that is perfect. Because it's totally true. Like, Loreseekers, we're looking for lore books. Like, that's all we do. And all of a sudden you're in freaking Cyrodiil now. Well, not in my house. Destroyed us.
Oh, that's funny.
So we had a good laugh when he said that.
That's funny. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Whiteack, thanks so much. Next up, Cece, and she put this in parentheses, just so I know how to say it, which I appreciate. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hi, Loreseekers. Cece again. I'm currently listening to your newest episode, and a question popped into my head, so I had to stop my work to ask. It's more of a gaming in general question. While running in Skyrim, I found a loving companion in Miko, the dog. I spent so much time running around with him that I started talking to him like he could hear me. At one point, I even got up from my desk and without thinking said, "Come on, Miko." Have either of you ever done something like this? Glad to hear your kids are all better. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I can't say I've ever seriously done this. I think the most whenever I get up from the from the mic or away from the game, usually it's me screaming obscene things at Cash just so he can hear me as I walk away.
He does do this.
That's about the extent of that relationship.
You know what he likes to do? We usually have a hot wash like right after our show, where we take the stream down and then him and I just kind of like debrief, basically.
Yeah.
I realized hot wash sounded a little weird. But
Well, when in Rome, I guess you.
do as the Romans do, correct?
Yeah.
So anyway, Jibs likes to he likes to say, and this really has nothing to do with this email, by the way, but he likes to say, "Hey, dude, before we go, I have one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about." I'll be like, "What? What?" And then he'll just disconnect. And I'm literally left just going, "You! Who does that to people?"
You know who taught me that, don't you?
I did.
You did, yeah.
Oh my God, we're such dicks.
Oh, oh that's funny.
CC, here's what I'm really happy about. That is 100% immersion in your game, and I think that's a very rare thing. I think the next possible step for full immersion is like VR, because you want to talk about full immersion. I mean, I've actually thought about this because I have one of those.
Oh, you would walk into a wall.
I have one of those. Is the VR Quest? What is it? Quest?
You know
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember when you ordered it. I forget, but isn't the one owned by Facebook Oculus?
Oculus. I have an Oculus Quest, which, by the way, is effing incredible. If you're thinking about jumping into VR,
Yeah.
that is the way to do it. It is super bitching. But when I put that thing on, I always like to make sure somebody's home, because I'm just paranoid, but literally anybody could break into your house and you would have no idea, and you'd be sitting there like doing your freaking lightsaber thing with this big headset on, and somebody could just shiv you just multiple times and you'd have no idea they were even there. So there's that.
Whew.
Was that a morbid thought?
I don't know, man. That
Did that get a little dark,
there's a lot of
Brotherhood-y?
shiving. I don't know. I think
guess
there's a lot
I
of
am
Blade
wearing the
Woe,
right
and
shirt for
NPCs are screaming, and people
Yeah.
are crying, and you're over there just
But
stabbing
that's
away.
Freaking full immersion when you have that thing on. So anyway, CC, I think that what you have accomplished here is full immersion, because I mean, yeah, you got your dog, and like you get up and let's go.
Here, boy.
That's pretty freaking cool. I haven't had that yet happen to me. Maybe I should put more hours into ESO.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know.
And I'd probably be divorced. My
Oh,
wife would be
see.
like, "Look, it's been real, but it's time for you to go."
Deuces. Take your cloak and leave. Anyway.
I'd be like, "But I love the game so bad, and I love you too. What do I do?"
Come play with me.
That will never happen.
Oh, man. Yeah, my wife made a tune in Elder Scrolls Online. I took a picture of it, put it up on Twitter. She named her character Triple D. She's got to level...
Oh my dear God.
I know. She got to level 3. And that's the extent of her playtime so far in Elder Scrolls Online.
I think you should level up Triple D.
I don't want to, because here's the deal. I literally she had logged in, and people were whispering her, thinking it was me. Like, Jibs? What is Triple D? Like,
What is it?
what is
a really big set of boobies.
Well, I'm just
That's
like,
exactly what it is.
that's the last and you know, if anyone new comes into the guild and I was to be leveling that character and they see the co-GM is playing someone named Triple D, I mean, come on, man.
That's your new PvP.
Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, so
Oh,
long
God.
story short, CC, thank you so much. We appreciate your awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Master Conniff says, aside from community-related things, what's been each of your favorite personal achievements in games so far?
That one's easy.
Yeah, it is.
You go. You go ahead and go, Dingle Dick.
Let's see. For me, I'll be honest with you. It's just achieving. I don't know where I'm
Logging
at
in?
on my ranks. Screw you. For me, it's just I don't know the rank where I'm at, but just for Battleground's sake, like taking Rotmeth, who's the Punishing Bowman build character, just through the ranks of PvP. I've just been having a whole lot of fun with that. You know, like those long-reaching achievements. And so I'm getting up there and I'm enjoying that. That to me, I think, and you know, I don't mean to pick two, but I will say this, you know, being a part of the top tier content, just trials in general. When we were doing the Extra Life stream, this right here it is. When we were doing the Extra Life stream, and we did, what was it? Was 3 bosses, all 3 at once. I forget the name of it.
Oh, Cloud Rest +3.
We did Cloud Rest +3.
Yeah.
We achieved it together. And this sounds sappy, but anytime you and I, to me, when we're a part of something together, it hits home, and I love it.
Yeah.
And so for me, for you and I both to be in there raising money for Extra Life, and to achieve Cloud Rest +3 was just probably one of the epitome moments for me, I think.
I love you, buddy. That's cool.
Ditto.
It's cool you say that to me. Yeah, well, because like your playtime and my playtime are complete opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right? I'm on normal person time. You're on some
we're
effed up freaking Midwest redneck
Eastern?
time.
The one that all shows lead with, 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific, whatever they say. 6 Pacific.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you guys... I don't even have anything. I don't even have anything.
No, you don't. My state's better.
We're the effed up coast.
We don't run out of water.
We're right next to the ocean and we're out of water. How do you pull that off? Well...
What does this mean?
California managed it. Oh my God. We cannot talk about local politics on this show.
No, we cannot. No, we cannot.
My head will blow right off.
So broken.
So for me, this one is pretty easy. Like, I really appreciate that you said that, because Cloud Rest +3 can be a real royal pain in the butt. And we did get to do that one together and achieve that. So that was pretty cool. Mine, hands down, was EMP. That is one achievement that I truly believed I would never attain in Elder Scrolls Online. And I just started playing Cyrodiil, and before I knew it, I was on the boards and just went, what now? And literally needed the guidance, like, okay, dude, like, well, we're going to do this week. And I was like, excuse me, what? And it happened.
Yeah.
So, but I never, ever thought that I would be crowned emperor and be able to run around. I even held Volendrung for like a minute. That was really fun, to be honest with you. Like the hammer.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening, just super short story. I don't remember if it was EP or who, somebody had Volendrung and we decided to sneak up on him and just freaking ulti dump all over him.
Yeah.
And then I ended up being able to pick it up. And I was just like, there's a couple skills. I was just swinging that stupid thing around like JoJo the freaking circus clown, hitting anything I could.
Yeah.
I was killing tons of freaking people. And then before I know it, like, I'm out of stam. Like, uh-oh. And so anyway, they ended up friggin' getting it back. But I held it for a good solid minute. And it was really fun. But I've experienced so many firsts in this game over the past week that there's nothing that I've done that I can really top that. Even like vet hard modes.
Yeah.
You know, or a vet trial or something for the first time. Those are cool, but this was one I never truly thought that I would get, and I achieved it with the help of our community and other people in game. And it's like, ESO fam, like, what can you possibly do to top that?
And a special shout out to we call him Lore fam for short, Loreseeker fam. The moment that we put in chat that you were pushing for Imp, just seeing the support immediately. Yeah. Cash is pushing for Imp, I'm switching tunes. You know, like, it's just, they stopped what they were doing to come help. And that just, it was cool. It was a cool moment. So, anyway, Master Connor, thanks so much. Why don't you take the next one?
So, you're doing that just because this is a really hard
I don't really think we need to talk about that. It feels like, I feel like it's right up your alley.
I'm going to try it. Skizmix yesterday says the Necro class
that
was
was
highly
good.
anticipated by the both of you, and now you hardly talk about it. What went wrong, and how could you improve it? Also, why, for the love of for the love of Azura, can we not use the money deposited in the bank to buy more space? Love the show, love you guys and the community. Those are two very good questions. You want me to lead?
Whatever feels right in your heart. That's what people tell me.
Okay. As much as I enjoyed the Necro, and I leveled the Necro all the way up to 50 in Magic and Necro. And the playstyle, don't get me wrong, the playstyle is very fun. But when I play characters, I like to have an air of RP in my head when I'm soloing and playing. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do that. So I don't even think that it's out of the norm. But I just could not get into any particular RP baseline story for myself with my Necro. And I think a lot of it was too, is that because it was elsewhere, I rolled a Khajiit. Don't get me wrong. I love Khajiit, but not as much as Bosmer. I just could not for the life of me, even with my Magicka Templar, who was a Breton, I just could not get past the fact that I wasn't playing a Bosmer. And I really like my Bosmer a lot. And I like Magicka classes, and I like Wardens. And that's why I eventually ended up where I ended up, because I just wanted to be in a comfortable spot with the character I was playing and loving everything about it. And for me, Magicka, Warden, Bosmer. That's the long and short of it.
I mean, that makes
I don't
sense.
think it was the class itself.
Yeah.
Because it's a cool class.
Yeah. I like the class. I really wanted that to be my character. We made that pretty evident leading up to Elsewhere's release last year.
Yeah, but that was going to be our new main.
That was it. I had looked forward to this for a very long time. And what I've discovered, and it's kind of funny because as the show goes on, we discover more about ourselves within the game. Like how we're playing it. What resonates, what doesn't resonate, what sticks out to you, what do you latch onto, what stands, what do you not gravitate towards. And so, for me, I am discovering I'm a big rotation guy when it comes to PvE, and really. And PvP's a little different, it's because that's more situational. But when it comes to PvE, I'm very much, depending on the rotation of the class, is going to be dependent on if I stick with that character or not, how the rotation feels, And to me, I just didn't care for the rotations. I didn't care for how it felt to me, and this came a long time after getting at least 2 to 50. I have a healer Necro just sitting there. I have my DPS Mag Necro just sitting there. And it was a realization that came long after that. And so for me, I think that was it. But I think it's a great class. I love the fact that it's in Elder Scrolls Online.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind if they got nerfed a little bit in PvP, but
Well, yeah, and I think specifically that is this Stamcrow, because Stamina Necro is absolutely stupid right now.
anything stamina is stupid right now.
Right, and like I actually have a Stamcrow, and I've played him. I just like the Magicka style better.
Yeah.
I just feel more comfortable with heavy attacks from lightning staves. That's just what I like.
Right.
But it is very, very satisfying.
Yeah.
To play a Bosmer Necro. I had a Bobo Bosmer Necro, and I still have him. I haven't killed a character in quite a while, so he's still on my roster. That was a very fun character to level. But like I said, the Magicka really sticks hard to me. Now, if they made some changes to it, to maybe where the rotations were a little less dynamic, because like I've said all along, I suck at this game. I need a static rotation until I really learn a class. Like I am just getting to the point now with my Magica Warden where I feel comfortable going outside of my rotation if I see that something needs to be refreshed, or so I can get a little more dynamic. Like, I can kind of time my shocks, and okay, now I need to do my betting etch again, and so I'm getting better at doing a dynamic rotation. So maybe for me, it's just sticking to a class long enough to understand how to do a dynamic rotation. I think is probably one of the biggest things for me. And with Necro, it just didn't stick for me to be able to stay around that long to learn a dynamic rotation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just kind of where I landed.
Yeah.
Second part of this question. Why, for the love of Azura, can we not use money deposited in the bank to buy more bank space? Well, because that just means that our folks are going to fill the bank up with more. All that means. And we just haven't gotten there yet. So
Yeah.
I think that's what you mean, like our guild bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much why. Because every time I turn around after cleaning the bank out to just the essential items, it's filled back up with crap. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So short from like completely cutting it off from all the guild members, because we have a pretty large guild.
Yeah.
It fills up really quick. So
True
that's
that.
why. And we use that money for guild events, for prizes and such.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed. Yeah. All the events and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the question. You're awesome. All right. So next up, we've got. What is that?
Sounds like you left your phone off of
That's
vibrate.
not my phone. I don't bring phones to shows. Did you bring a phone?
No, bro.
Oh. Okay. Hang on. No, it is me. It's my work. It's my work phone. Hang on. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, stupid telepathic scrying dwemer automaton telecommunication thingy.
What the
You
heck?
better work this time.
Who is
Hello?
Yeah. I'm here.
Hello? Can you hear Rigert?
I'm here.
Oh my
This
God.
is Rigert the Rash, or the Brash.
Oh,
I'm trying to get back to Skyrim.
All right.
I am on a very important diplomatic mission as the Skyrim ambassador, you know, but
Yeah?
I think I made a wrong turn.
Where are you?
I think I found the surface of the sun.
What?
It is a place called
Oh.
Desert.
No. Desert.
I don't know why they call it dessert. It is definitely not sweet.
It's definitely not dessert.
But can you call King Yorun and tell him I'm stuck in the sandy hell?
Pretty sure it's not his
Tell
name.
him to send a search party. Send everybody. It's really hot here. I think I'm melting, actually. Tell him. Do it now. Rigert is over and out, okay, good buddy? This stupid, scrying, dumb red card technology thingy.
I'm trying to talk. Wow. I think he hung up.
That guy is truly challenged.
I
How did he get our
I
number?
don't know how he got our number.
Well, it's on the website.
That's true, but I. Oh, okay.
Wow.
I think
Well.
you missed Skyrim by a very, very fat amount of miles.
He's got a little ways to go. It sounded sandy and hot. What an idiot.
Oh my gosh, what an idiot! Oh,
Well, it
Okay,
sounds like he's on his way home. So that's a good thing.
that is a good thing.
Hopefully we get to see him in Greymore.
True that. All right.
Poor old Rigger. What a dum-dum.
Wow. All right. Well, it's hard coming off that one. All right. Thanks, Rickard. Thavy asks, what would you like to get from the champion system rework? Would you prefer horizontal or vertical progression? Maybe something in particular, like some exploration skills or whatnot. Can I take a lead on this?
I would prefer you do, because I'm really going to have to think something here.
All right. So I will never forget leveling my Necro. And Cash, was doing a tune. He'd already put all his champion points in. And he was mowing things over. All right. He was doing a Necro just like me. I hadn't put any points in. He had put all his in, was playing. He's like, dude, this is just stupid, powerful, stupid nuts. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I'm really struggling. Like, I'm really having to think, when I'm playing, when I'm moving around, I'm fighting a boss, and it's really challenging, I'm not having that same experience. That's because with 0 champion points, the game is different. So I'm just gonna say this. This is not gonna be friendly, probably. This may not be widely accepted, but I'm of the opinion the rework should be heavily nerfed. I would love to see the champion point system gone completely, to an extent, because that feeling that I had, I keep going back to. Like, I just like, wow, this is really challenging, and this is just a Delph boss that I'm fighting. Wow. So I think that there's a happy medium there. I think the champion point system, as far as levels are concerned, power, when you're looking at the numbers and everything, cut it in half, at least.
I'm really glad you said that, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
much
mean,
it.
if you're done, I'm just gonna add a couple more things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not that I'm trying to speed you up or anything, bro, but
No,
okay.
no, you're fine.
So my whole thing, and I think I've talked about it before, is that one of my biggest gripes about the game, which I really don't have that many. I have a few, but I don't have that many. I feel like when I am out in the world, it's too easy to kill stuff. It's way too easy. So like world bosses, like soloing world bosses.
Yeah.
It's really fun to be able to do that because you feel so freaking powerful. And I guess when you're at 8-10 champion points, you're kind of a badass at that point because you've earned every little bit of your skill and the little perks you get with your skill, which is fine. So I don't have a problem with the champion system per se. But the fact that you said you would like to see everything kind of lowered down. Now, they did do a little bit of that in the last rework where, they made everything across the board was like a 10,000K, around a 10,000K DPS cut, which did make some things harder. But I really enjoyed the power of the guards and the keep guards and stuff in Zero, because it's challenging. If you want to go take a resource or something by yourself, it can be done, but you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to put your shields up. You're going to have a hot on, a heal over time. You're going to have some kind of a straight up heal, and you're going to have some good DPS in order to take all those things down when they're attacking. So that is a challenge. But I would like to see the base game get more challenging for everybody. I want to see, this has nothing to do with the champion system rework, but I want to see massive world bosses. Maybe this harkens back to another one of the emails we got.
Yeah, I remember this.
I would love to see true world bosses. Now, I don't mean to take anything away from the dragons, because the dragons in Southern Elsewhere have been much more challenging. But I'm talking doesn't spawn all the time, spawns on some kind of a wacky timer where maybe he's up once a week, or maybe he's up twice a week, something like that. But these particular bosses have a lore reason for being in the world, and they spawn, and they are a massive effort to take down. And if you're anywhere near their AoE, or if you're anywhere near some of their skills, you're melted immediately. That's what I want to see. 40, 50 players needed to take down a giant freaking boss. I want to see some challenge, some true challenge brought back into the general world of Tamriel, not just like the hard mode and, vet hard mode stuff, which is, we're good there. That stuff is hard as hell, but I really would like to see more of a challenge brought to my base solo game.
Agreed. Just spitballing here, I really don't think when you think of the term world boss, like that means that this NPC is legit.
Right.
They've been around. If you're going to get into the whole lore aspect of it, this person has seriously gained knowledge. They've gained an immense amount of power. They are far beyond the normal citizen of Tamriel. You should not be able to solo that. You shouldn't. You should
Right.
not. You
That
should.
was like the first time I tried to solo a vet dungeon.
Yeah, like it's just from a lore standpoint. Now I get it. Well, the Dovahkiin did. Yeah, well, but I mean, there's just something about that, like, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to harp on the champion point system at all. I'm just spitballing. Like even if I was to make a suggestion, like currently you have 810 points that you can distribute where you want to go. And I understand the point of this system, trying to bring in the whole single player experience, when you had those skill lines that you would go, those pathways, right?
Right.
I get that. And I understand that is 100% a crucial part of the single player Elder Scrolls experiences. That being said, I would love to see 810 brought down to 50 or 100 at most points.
Yeah, just reset it.
Just bring it down. Bring it down. Yeah.
What would also be cool is actual skills, like slottable skills, like a tree.
Oh yeah.
That you'd have to work into to get a new ulti.
Boy, that'd be a system to code.
Or something like that. Yeah, I mean, this is all just freaking speculation from two dipshits, dude. There's a lot more that would go into a complete rework like this. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind the champion system now. I think it's fine. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, Cash, you don't even know shit about this game. You're right. I don't. I play it every day. So I know the basic stuff, but the back end stuff I don't really know. But the champion system, I don't see like huge problems with it.
Sure.
But I'm always open for a rework. Yeah. I'm always open for a rework.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Like, and that here's my fear. Like I go through Skyrim, go through Greymoor, and just churning through things. I'm just like, man, like there's a part of me that wants that real challenge. And I don't. As a player, you shouldn't have to detract champion points to get that. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's some. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do with it, because
that's actually a good point.
Like I there's a lot of options on the wall. Obviously, otherwise, not a fix. That's not the right word. Or a change would have already been put in place. But I look forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the story missions and stuff where you have to fight a dragon.
Yeah.
And it's easy. And I guess you like what I was saying. It's like, you're right. You probably could just take your champion points out and have a better challenge. But hell no, I'm not doing that. I earned them. I'm keeping them.
I'm keeping them. And I'll be the same way. I'll be the first to admit I'm not going to take those away. I mean, if I have them, I'm going to use them.
Yeah.
But
I always find it funny when I roll a new tune.
Yeah.
And I just get to level and do whatever I'm doing to try and level them up. And I realize like halfway through, I don't have a Moonstone and I did not put in my champion points. That's
oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, Thavy, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good question. All right, so Rykoth is next. Says this is both Greymoor and future story speculation. Do you all think that this will gradually reintroduce Mana Marco, seeing as they've been bringing back the 5 companions? And if so, do you think he / not the vampiric threat is the mastermind behind the Dark Heart of Skyrim?
Okay, so do you think that this will gradually reintroduce Mana Marco, seeing as they brought the 5 companions back? If so, do you think he, not the vampiric threat, is the mastermind behind the Dark Heart of Skyrim? I am going to say no. And the reason being is because I stated what my speculation is on last week's show.
Yeah.
When we talked about the vampires of Skyrim. I personally think, this is my own speculation and I could totally be wrong. There's probably some lore reason out there that I missed why I'm wrong. but I really believe that the ancient threat, the ancient vampires of Skyrim, Vampire Lord, is basically the main antagonist to this. That's my true thought. Now, the other thing is because I don't think I don't know if this is too much of a spoiler, but for Christ's sake, the main storyline has been out for years. I don't think with what happened with Molag Bal at the end of your main storyline that Molag Bal was going to let him go. Like, fine, slap on the hand. Here's a new task. Go do it.
No, I don't think that was an option.
I don't think it was an option. Now, do I think that Molag Bal may be, one of the sinister parts of this plot in the Dark Heart of Skyrim? Yes, I do. And the only reason being is because he helped to empower the ancient vampire clans of Skyrim.
You'll definitely hear old Ballbag's name in there somewhere. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll definitely be in there. I'm really looking forward to the storyline. And if I'm right, then oh my God, I have elevated myself from lore master to lore dipshit.
Oh, that's funny. Do I think Mana Marco is part of this or bringing him back? I kind of hope not. I don't want to see him again. I'm good with the results of the main story. I'm good with that. So, anyway, thanks so much, Rykoth. We appreciate it. All right, we're gonna do our last one here. We're gonna move on to some lore. All right, this one coming to us from Adam, Child of Sithis 86. Says, do you guys think that the vampirism updates will lead to an evolution of build designs in game, or a complete revolution, as we will now have a skill line that has a multitude of applications that people have waited a long time for?
Huh. You go.
There'll be changes. Absolutely. I think there'll be changes. I think there'll be updates. And really what it comes down to is what kind of skills are being brought to the table. How will those complement other skill lines? How will those be used? Will it be beneficial to swap out another skill for this one? So I got to see more first. That's my take. I got to see more first.
I definitely know that there are some people who are really looking forward to this to make big changes to their builds. Particularly the people who are making professional builds.
Yeah.
Are looking forward to this.
Oh yeah.
Because it will change. I think it's going to change a lot of things that with the base skills changing themselves.
Yeah.
And the way that it works. I mean, they're basically flipping the way that it works. Like the more you feed, the more powerful you become. Like I freaking love that.
Right.
So I do think it's going to change it. I think there's going to be a lot more vampires out there based on the way the skill is going to look alone.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, especially those new animations where you're pretty much, those very visceral, very violent jump on the back and just like take chunks out of their neck kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, anyway. All right. Well, my friends, normally we'd summon an old lore spell here. But I think we have a special bard. This was a ballad that was actually written for Loreseekers. This is we love community creations for people who do things for the show. People send things in, and this was actually written by community member, Xbox staff member, Master Conniff. It's called "Toss a Coin for Loreseekers." Let's take a listen.
When a humble bar graced a ride along with jibs and cash, along came this song. From when the arrows flew across the golden sands, saved by the barsman, they took outstretched hands. They survived the sea, elves all around their feet, filled Guar with loot and took to the streets, while the Bosmer led their party through the trees, Jibs and Cash smile, this would be a breeze.
I love this.
Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Mary, oh Queen of Mary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Mary. All across Tamriel, fight the dragon horde with arrows and spellcasts. Watch out for their horns. Jibs gave out a cry as lightning filled the sky. His magic engulfed them, they fell down to earth. Cash whipped out his staff, gave a mighty laugh, let loose an inferno, and wrote their epitaph. That's my epic tale. Our champions prevailed, defeated the Daedra, now pour them some ale. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Mary, oh Queen of Mary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Mary, oh Queen of Mary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Mary, oh Queen of Mary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, let's drink and be merry. I took the Let's Drink and Be Merry part pretty seriously during this recording, so I hoped you enjoyed that. Loreseekers, baby.
Oh, that was so cool.
Dude, is that a freaking voice for radio?
Oh, well, he does voice. That's it. He does a professional voice acting for everyone who's here in chat. That's Master
Right.
Con if you're in chat. Everyone
It's-
part of the Loreseeker community.
It's amazing. And now we have our own Bard. Dude.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank
Jibs and I literally had a kitten when we saw that.
Yeah.
Like he had one and then I had my own. We didn't have each other's kitten.
I mean,
But
I don't think that. I don't make babies with tails.
not that you know of anyway. But Master Conif, like that was an honor.
Agreed. 100%.
Like really a freaking honor. I can't
Agreed.
even believe the fact, number one, that you took the time to write that and record it and completely nail it. Like that was us. The lyrics were us. It was from our storyline and
Yeah.
from everything we do. And I mean, you had the right faction and everything. Isn't that right, Jibs?
Can I?
Bleed yellow, bitch.
Let me say this. If I had a choice, it would be Ebonheart. But we're currently Loreseek. I'm talking.
I'm so sorry. We're having
We're-
technical difficulties right now because my co-host is a total douchebag.
That being said, Loreseekers are all married to Minion. I will cut you in your sleep. we're Loreseekers all married to Minion. So that being said, we'll defend the Dominion. But at the end of the day, I'm Dunmer. I love Nord. So if it was my personal choice, Ebonheart for the pack. But that being said, Loreseekers is the Dominion, so I support that.
And I put on my pants and then my underwear.
I hate you so much.
I know, but that's what makes this so fun.
So anyway, my friends,
Master Conif,
Conif, thank you. That was
thank you, good sir.
absolutely. Are you gonna do a lore lesson? Are you, going to sit
I'm
here
gonna
and
do a lore lesson.
flick
We're
my
giving
nuts for the
Master
next 20
Conif
minutes?
his due.
I
He's
agree.
do that.
That was great.
It was freaking amazing.
It was amazing.
Ah, I can't even believe it. Like it's a thing. Someone wrote us a song.
I know, right? Like,
believe it.
That's so cool.
I love it. Toss a coin to Loreseekers. Oh, Queen of all Mary. We love you, Kate.
That's right. Long
Yep.
live Beckinsale.
Long live Beckinsale. That's right.
Kate, when you're listening to the show, because clearly we know you're a listener and a subscriber, and I'm just gonna shut up. That's not even the case. Go ahead.
Yeah, that will never be the case. That'll never be the case.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, I love my wife, but I might flip a hand grenade under her to get the old Kate. And she
How my
might
wife
be age
is with
appropriate.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean my wife same way with Ryan Reynolds.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
My wife's the same way for Ryan Reynolds. I don't even blame her. She tells me
Well-
I have a date with Ryan. I say, have fun, baby.
Dude,
You know,
I'd
What are you
leave
gonna
you.
do?
I'd definitely leave you for Ryan Reynolds.
I'd leave you for a freaking
Choose your words.
a scamp.
That's hurtful. Ryan Reynolds is such a far cry from a scamp. Anyway, I got lore. Are you ready for lore?
Yeah. Actually, I think I have I think.
Oh, week after week, I put up with you.
Well, it's only fair. I bring it back.
We're going to start off tonight with a little read. Just a short little read. This is a really cool lore lesson, and it's completely appropriate for this week. So the read starts. And Pellinal came to Perif's camp of rebels, holding a sword and mace, both encrusted with the smashed viscera of elven faces, feathers, and magic beads, which were the markings of the Aliadun. Stuck to the redness that hung from his weapons, he lifted them, saying, "These were their eastern chieftains, no longer full of their talking." Boom. Loreseekers, it is that time of year again, my friends. Mid-year mayhem. This is the Elder Scrolls Online's player versus player event that we all long for. It is finally here. Unfortunately, we're like almost halfway through it. But the Loreseekers have long held the tradition of hunting antiquities and lore books to increase our knowledge of the Elder Scrolls universe. But once a year, we descend upon the depths of the Imperial City sewers, hunt the vast lands of overland Cyrodiil in search of glorious battlefield victory. This year, we have not disappointed. The Loreseekers have jumped in head first, and we may have just discovered an unknown love for yet another challenging side of ESO. Now, during Mid-Year Mayhem, especially if you've taken the quest, which you should have, we pay tribute to a legend of the battlefield, a crusader of blood and grit, an entity, a spirit some called him, who changed the very face of Tamriel's landscape forever. Pellinal Whitestrake, the Divine Crusader, has our attention this week. And we'd be remiss not to give him the spotlight during this week, this 10 days of Mid-Year Mayhem. So Pellinal Whitestrake has one of the most mysterious backgrounds of any Elder Scrolls legend. He was said to have emerged into Nirn like a Patamaic, pure energy of Patamay himself, the primordial deity, or the creation myth of the Oribus, who personifies the very concepts of chaos and change. It was said that he was carried by Sithis and all other forces of change. Pellinal Whitestrake can be described as a pure spirit who arrived on Nirn to champion the cause of mankind and stop the earliest of the elves from taking over control of the world. Little disclaimer here. I like elves. And the things that Pellinal Whitestrake did to the elves, it's kind of justified. I will explain. First fun fact. It is said that Pellinal Whitestrake had a strong bond to Akatosh, the chief deity of the Divines and the dragon god of time, as we have explained in a previous lore lesson. It is also said that Pellinal Whitestrake actually held the Amulet of Kings in his chest instead of a mortal beating heart. That one piqued my interest. So first appearing in the Merithic era, Pellinal Whitestrake was said to wander Tamriel under a slew of different aliases, never really setting roots in one place for too long. Whitestrake would settle into a territory, build and empower an army to conquer the surrounding lands, before abandoning his leadership to wander the wilds of Tamriel once again. And he did this over and over again, started to develop a reputation for it. During the First Era, Pellinal Whitestrake amassed an army to fight the ancient Aliads of Cyrodiil. He joined forces with the human Alessia to battle their Aliad slave masters when he heard of her revolt against the elves. So just to clear it up, the Aliad slave masters of Cyrodiil enslaved the human Imperials that were there. Alessia said, "No more." and she started a revolt. And Pelena Whitestrake heard of it and rallied to her side. And as we said in the quote when we started, it was said that Pelena Whitestrake arrived at Alessia's revolt, her camp of revolt, with his mace and sword encrusted with the entrails of elves, destroyed sacred Ayleid symbols, feathers and pearls, and joined her valiant cause for freedom of men. He was immediately given the position of her champion, alongside her lover, the demi-prince Morehouse the Man-Bull. So there were three of them: Alessia, her lover, the demi-prince Morehouse the Man-Bull, and now Alessia's champion, Pelena Whitestrake. So over time, every elf in Cyrodiil became an enemy of Whitestrake. Instead of army-to-army battlefield combat, Whitestrake made the highest-ranking members of the Ayleid armies his targets. He would call them out one by one, inviting them to head-to-head duels to challenge the authority and their leadership in the region. It's kind of reminded me of that Shadows of Mordor game.
Yeah.
Where he would just call out.
Yeah, for
He'd
sure.
call out all the orcs.
Yep.
So anyway, that's what he did. He took the leadership. He went straight to the head instead of just diving into battle with thousands and thousands of troops. So during one of his most renowned duels, he defeated Haramir of Copper and Tea in a duel at the Tor, where Pelena Whitestrake defeated him handily and ate his neck veins and called out to the praise of Remen, who was not known to the mortal world at the time. So who was Remen? I'll tell you in this fun fact. Remen was known as the worldly god and became the cultural god hero of the Second Empire. Remember, we're still in the First. Remen would later become known as the greatest hero of the Akaviri invasion into Cyrodiil, where he would build the Remen Empire and conquer a majority of Tamriel, except for one place. Jibs, you'll be proud to know that one place was Morrowind.
Yeah. We said nope.
Dirty dark elves.
Get the F out.
So duel after duel, it took the Divine Crusader less than 1 year to drive the Ayleid armies back and claim all of the eastern lands in the name of Alessia. Nothing could stop the momentum that he created as Whitestrake moved to free every single slave in all of Cyrodiil. The Nords of Skyrim, who had come to Alessia's aid, first encountered Pelena Whitestrake standing at the bridge of Helden. You'll like this part. Pelena Whitestrake's normally white hair was matted and stained with the blood of thousands of elves, so much so that his white hair had turned to a darker shade of brown. The Nords, bearing witness to this, bearing witness to him standing on that bridge, actually thought that their patron god Shor had returned.
Wow.
I could just picture Riggert on that bridge.
I was wondering, hey, Lieutenant? Is that Shore?
And then Riggert just being backhanded.
Shut up, Riggert. We're busy.
So funny. Oh.
All right, fun fact. Pelennor had personally trained and cared for an imperial slave by the name of Huna. It was said that Pelennor Whitestrake had a very strong love for Huna, and when she was felled by an arrow strung by God, this is a hard one. Selethalel the singer, who was an Ayleid warrior, Pelennor Whitestrake fell into a fit of madness at watching Huna be felled. He began to relentlessly kill without purpose, slaying any mortal to stand in his way. It was only when Alessia reached to the gods for help that Pelennor would regain his composure and end his rampage. Now, he did have a demise, unfortunately. In the first era, year 243, Pelennor Whitestrake would be coaxed into a powerful confrontation with the demigod half-elf known as Umaril the Unfeathered. We covered this in another lore lesson. I'm sure you probably remember it, but I get a little more in detail with this one. Umaro would challenge Whitestrake to a duel. Angered and insulted by Alessia's advice of delaying the confrontation, Whitestrake blindly headed out to face Umaro the Unfeathered alone. He was pissed because he was personally called out. But he did not know that this was a well-planned trap. Helena Whitestrake was met by battle-hardened soldiers who were ready for the fight. Knowing Whitestrake would be tired from battle, Umaro the Unfeathered waited for the most opportune moment to surround Whitestrake with his own contingent of Ayleid Sorcerer Kings and their Daedric minions. Wounded and weakened in the ensuing battle, Whitestrake faced Umaro the Unfeathered, but bested him, killed him on the spot. It was only when Helena Whitestrake's rage got the best of him, when he outwardly insulted the elven ancestry of Umaro in front of the unit of fleeing Sorcerer Kings. That pissed them off greatly. They became enraged, rallied together, returned to the battlefield, and overwhelmed Pelennor Whitestrake. Pelennor was defeated. It was said that his body was cut into 8 pieces, a number that was symbolic to the Ayleid culture. So in response, Alessia was awakened. She heard of his defeat, rallied her army, and descended upon the city and stormed its walls. But there were no Ayleids left to kill because Pelennor Whitestrake had killed all of them on the way in. Now, besides the ones who had already escaped, fleeing for their lives, there were none left. Fun fact. It was said that when the man Bull Morahouse reached his friend, Whitestrake, only his head remained. All of the other parts were gone of the poor dude. But the severed head shockingly spoke to Morahouse. For a long period of time, they had a conversation where Pelennor Whitestrake talked about his most regretful of mistakes. Alessia herself would never hear of the truths of this morbid conversation. Pelennor Whitestrake's true dying words to his friend Morahouse were as follows. Beware, Morahouse, beware. With the foresight of death, I know now that my foe yet lives. Bitter knowledge to take my grave. Better that I had died believing myself the victor, although cast beyond the doors of night, he will return. So be vigilant. I can no longer shield the host of men from Umaral's retribution. It was also known that Pelennor Whitestrake would return to Tamriel in the First Era year 266 when the Empress Alessia died. It was said that Pelennor Whitestrake found true salvation after his death and was freed after his mental anguish. He pledged himself to become the protector and guardian of Alessia's soul in the afterlife. He would periodically return to Tamriel to counsel a budding hero in their quests, such as with the hero of Kvatch in the Third Era. But Pelennor Whitestrake gave his entire being to forge a new era of freedom and peace in Tamriel, and due to his selfless deeds, Alessia ushered in the formation of the First Empire. The Imperials considered the Divine Crusader the hero who helped free Cyrodiil of its oppressors. Little fun fact. In the Third Era, the Order of the Knights of the Nine would be formed with the intention of recovering the lost armor of Pelennor Whitestrake, known as the Relics of the Crusader. Having been successful in recovering many pieces, the Order was split in the Third Era, year 121, during the War of the Red Diamond. The relics, once again, became lost to time. So I'm not really going to lie, but this lore lesson actually makes me like the Imperials for a minute. It's kind of freaking sad, like what happened and how they persevered.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Very gnarly. But what I wanted to do, I didn't want everybody to go get that quest in Cyrodiil, to get your Pelennal Scroll and not know what the hell it meant.
Right.
That's what it means. Like, the dude was an insane crusader. By the way, he was a Templar. So you know.
Shut up. Was he really?
You shut up. Talk to me like that.
All right. Oh, buddy, that was good. That was good. Woo.
Yes, Casual Ranger would be proud of that lore lesson.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Loreseekers podcast. And if you did, whatever app you're using, however you are tuning in, we hope you take a moment, take a minute, take 30 seconds, and leave us a review. For every 5-star review that we get on iTunes, we share blah, blah, blah. We share some love with you to shout out on the show. And first up, we got Toasted Peanut here from Canada. It says, just listen to your Graymore podcast. You guys are awesome, hilarious, and a great podcast full of info and fan info while you go about your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Toasted Peanut's one of our new members. Thank you very much. Enjoy and welcome to the family.
Absolutely. Mocha Jones 10 from the United States of America says, thank you, Cash and Jibs, for such an epic telling of the lore. I'm new to the game and have been listening to the lore lessons and currently on Volume 3. I appreciate Jib's very fond declaration that the pact is best since everyone I seem to encounter is too yellow. Jibs,
that's it.
Thank you for being so brave to confess blood for the pact. Mocha Jones did. You're welcome.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to you.
You're welcome, Mocha.
I gotta hand it to you though. It's like you weren't afraid.
Oh, thanks.
And I can have kind of a strong personality at times.
Oh, you can?
Douchebag.
Yeah.
What I want to see is you on the other side of the battlefield.
So I'm really making a practice not to curse, but I'll say this. Bitch, please. You say where, you say when. I will kick your ass on the battlefield, and I will wipe the blood of your body on my boots.
I'm not gonna laugh my butthole puckered just a little bit when you got all serious because I was like, he probably will kick my ass.
Oh, Mocha Jones, thank you so much. That was really kind. We appreciate your review. And same with Toasted Peanut. Shout outs. So thank you so much to everybody, for your continued support of the show, for helping Cash get Emperor. That was a very cool moment. Very, very cool moment. And for helping fellow lore seekers, all in the lore seeker community, all staff, all members. You are awesome. Lore fam forever. Lore seekers for life. You all are awesome. So anyway, to our PvP leadership, amazing week. And Zero, fantastic time. All the imps, congratulations, everybody. We're going to keep going strong.
And we'll be back. We'll be in Zero in about 10 minutes.
That's right. You can call us 765-382-6961, 365 all the time. Take you straight to our voicemail. And you can, leave us a little bit there. We'll keep it around a minute or less. You want it to potentially be played on the show. Now, you can always email us, loreseekerspodcast@gmail.com. And if you're looking to join the official community of Lore Seekers, well, visit loreseekerspodcast.com/guild. Special thanks to Family Jewels and Zorko Soundscapes on YouTube for the intro and ambience. Don't forget our newsletter starts next week. You want to sign up? Go to loreseekerspodcast.com. On the right sidebar, there's a little sign up right there. And we've also got a physical address now, P.O. Box 3665, Terre Haute, Indiana, 47803. You can find all our content everywhere all over the globe. It's free. We don't charge for any of it. If you're interested in more content, all the lore lessons, lore lesson compilations, over 8 hours long and more, visit loreseekerspodcast.com. Cash?
You can find both of us on the social medias. You can find Cash on Twitter at LoreSeekerCash. Cash is with a K. You can find my good buddy Jibs at JibsIRL. Most importantly, don't forget to follow the show. We're on Twitter at LoreSeekersCast, on Instagram at LoreSeekers, on YouTube at Loreseekers, and right here at our nice little comfy, warm, cozy home on Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Loreseekers podcast.
That's right, friends. We hope you all have a wonderful week, a great time, and we'll see you next week.
Get into Zero.
You know what we should do? Let's end it. Let's do this one last time. Toss a coin for Lore Seekers, baby. Master Conniff.
When a humble bar graced a ride along with Jibs and Cash. Along came this song. From when the arrows flew across the golden sands, saved by the bosman, they took outstretched hands. They survived the sea, elves all around their feet, filled Guar with loot and took to the streets, while the bosman led their party through the trees. Jibs and Cash smiled, this would be a breeze. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Outmary, oh Queen of Outmary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Outmary. All across Tamriel, fight the dragon horde with arrows and spellcasts. Watch out for their horns. Jibs gave out a cry as lightning filled the sky. His magic engulfed them, they fell down to earth. Cash whipped out his staff, gave a mighty laugh, let loose an inferno, and wrote their epitaph. That's my epic tale. Our champions prevailed, defeated the Daedra, now pour them some ale. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Outmary, oh Queen of Outmary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Outmary, oh Queen of Outmary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, oh Queen of Outmary, oh Queen of Outmary, oh. Toss a coin to Loreseekers, let's drink and be merry. I took the let's drink and be merry part pretty seriously during this recording, so I hoped you enjoyed that. Loreseekers, baby.
And cut.
Very good.
Woo!
That was so bitchin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you enjoyed this. Don't go anywhere, because we're raiding.
Yes, we are going to raid. Let's find somebody fun to raid.
Yeah, let's find that raid.
Oh, let's go raid UESP.